Boy. Alright, guys. Today we're gonna play a game. Play a game. Not good. wife. My wife. My mom didn't like that Miku has boobs, so she cut the bottom part off. I'm not making this part up even. Why is there redstone but not... Am I missing something? Is this how you make slabs? Is this how you make a bed? Nothing makes sense. Down is up and up is down. Symmetry is a cope for people who don't know. Actually, you know what, I'm wrong. Symmetry is patrician, and you know what, it would probably be better to stick with symmetry. We'll make something symmetrical out of this. Oh wow, strange to get called first for once.
Yeah, I felt bad because I wasn't able to call you back. We both had doctor's appointments.
Yeah, that's true.
it didn't happen. So I apologize. It was, like I said, I have maybe one doctor's appointment a month, and it always seems to be on a day that you call. So I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, it's okay. So, guess what? I fucking heard back from Benny.
Okay.
And the good news is, I don't think he relapsed. The bad news is, he decided he's not ready for a relationship yet.
Really?
Yeah. Mr.
Wow. Yeah, I heard he wasn't at the meeting on Saturday.
No, he was not. And Mr. fucking, let's get romantically involved right away. You know, I told him we could just, be friends who, who hook up, but no, he had to immediately make it super invested. And he strung me right along. And now I'm, like, heartbroken.
So, like, it sounds like, are you genuinely upset?
Yeah,
obviously,
no,
that
yeah,
was
yeah, I am pretty upset.
Wow.
I'm pretty upset.
That's, that is kind of a shitty thing to do, to get into a relationship with someone only to say that you're not ready.
Isn't it? That's exactly what I thought. It's
if you weren't ready, what are you doing? I don't know, that's just how I see it, but...
Yeah, it is shitty, but what am I gonna do, though? Force him to stay in a relationship?
Right, there's nothing you can do, you just have to accept it.
I know. That's what I'm not good at, accepting. I wanna cope and seethe. I spent all day thinking of how I'm gonna make up for this. So I was like, I'm gonna relapse. No, I fucking can't relapse. I'm gonna have a year in a little bit. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna blow my head off. Well, I can't blow my head off because I believe in Catholic hell. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna start cutting again. And I was pretty set on cutting. I managed to not cut through all work. And then when I got home, some new clothes that I got came. So I can't get blood all over my new clothes. Because usually when I get new clothes, I'll like break them in by falling asleep while wearing them. So yeah, that's the thing. I can't bleed all over my clothes.
Well, the point is, it worked. It may sound unusual or whatever, but it worked. It kept you in a good spot for one day.
It did. Yeah, I guess it did. How about that, huh? Poor Benny.
Yeah, that's...
he missed out on a really bad bitch.
Well, it sounds like he did, though. You're really, look at all the progress you've made in 9 months. You just had 9 months on Sunday. And you'll be getting your 9-month key tag. I don't know. I've seen a lot of progress. You're already on step 6.
That's true.
You're doing pretty well.
I thought so, too.
Well. I gotta say, just how you're, obviously you're probably disappointed and upset and everything. I get that, but look at how much different you're reacting now than to say when you lost your job at Amazon. It's night and day.
Yeah, you got a good point. At least I didn't kill myself.
Yeah, you didn't kill yourself. You didn't relapse. You didn't go spinning into a depression for weeks. Obviously, I know it's still early. But
yeah. You know what though? I remember when I first got to sober living out of rehab, I was cutting like crazy. I was just tearing my shit wide open. I've got videos of me hitting my arteries and stuff and bleeding all over the damn place. I was about to get kicked out because I kept cutting myself in the bathtub and then passing out from blood loss and stuff, and then waking up to shivering cold water with my sober living house manager pounding on the door and saying I have to get drug tested right now, or else I'm gonna get kicked out. You know, assuming that I'm like getting high in the tub. Even though what I was doing was so much worse, and he would be like, "Why is this water all red?" And I'd be like, "Oh, you poor summer child." I'd treat him like a black person. I'd be like, "Ooh, child." I'd be like, "Ooh, child."
Well, I mean, so the point is you're making progress. I mean, a lot of us, when we first get clean, we have no concept of how to live without drugs in the real world. We don't know how to deal with emotions or life or anything.
Yeah.
So.
True. Truth nuke. Truth nuke. A lot of addicts don't want to admit this.
Well, the biggest shock for me was learning that I didn't have a drug problem per se. Drugs were a symptom of my problem, which was I could not deal with life.
True. You know what's the worst? The worst is yet to come, though, because in 10 years I'm gonna be thinking, you know, I quit drugs when I was only 22. Like, I probably was just young and dumb. I could just probably go and just get high a couple times with my buddies, with my degenerate buddies.
It's possible that could cross your mind, but I mean, I'd say that's better than me. Like, shit, I wasted 20 years of my fucking life.
Yeah, but like the heroin was way better back then, so you kind of had a point.
But I mean, I don't know. I really do think that I wasted so many years that I could have been doing literally anything else.
Yeah, like what? Playing video games? I mean, you ended up getting a super successful career despite it, so maybe you were doing You ever think, what if you were just doing exactly what you needed to do for, like, the time?
Well, so here's my opinion on that. The only reason that I got a super successful career is because I got that before I found drugs. Like, I was really talented at the very top of my class in test scores and high school. I graduated from college. I got all these certifications. I went to law school, and like that's when I finally started to get into drugs. So like because I started drugs so late, like I had a lot of that in place. So then it was just a matter of finding a job where my boss lived in a different state and never saw me, and I had access to the security camera, so I would just delete the footage of me passed out at my desk or like locked in a server room unconscious. Like, we had a server room and I had the only key. So I would go in there, shoot up, and pass out for hours. Like,
you're literally a legend. They should make a movie about your life. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna score pretty high too on some fucking AIDS tests on an AIDS test. Yeah, I'm gonna score pretty high among the fatality rate for young men in their 20s. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna score pretty high when I inevitably commit a mass shooting event. This is not a real claim to possess any intention to harm anybody. All my statements in the previous sentence were jokes.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, at least now they have stuff like PrEP and all sorts of stuff they could.
Yeah.
If you have any desire to prevent yourself from getting that.
I know, isn't that sort of like sick in a way? I feel like there's like, I was researching Ozempic, not GLP-1s, which are like hormone editors, but Ozempic, like the original formula. You know what Ozempic, like the actual drug itself is, right?
Yeah, I know what the drug itself is, but I don't know the science behind it.
Do you know like where they extracted from? Is it like synthesized or?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, do you know what a Gila dragon is? Like one of those big lizards?
Yes. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Their venom in a very, very small dose is what Ozempic is.
Really?
I'm not joking.
That's pretty crazy.
I know, and the other thing is like Ozempic comes with a ton of potential risks. Like you could go blind. There's cases of people like being not unable to procreate, but like having miscarriages, all kinds of like different insane shit. Like I'm just scraping the iceberg, but You know, I'm
Well,
thinking, and it got me thinking more about like that kind of stuff because I was listening to a Tim Gordon debate, and Tim Gordon's like a Catholic debate bro, and he debates a lot of Protestants, and they were talking about like the conception of like Christ's flesh and blood, and they were like, and his opponent was saying how insane it is for Christ to mean literally that every time, one of his apostles blesses. Uh, bread and wine, it turns into his blood in all forms except literal. But you're supposed to believe that that's what it is. And creeper.
wait,
But
I thought Catholic doctrine is it literally turns into the blood.
yeah, that is true. No, I'm talking about what his opponent was saying.
Okay, got it.
So, fuck, where was I? Let me think.
You're talking about Ozempic, and then you talked about
Right. Okay, so and then I was thinking about like how that kind of compares to like homosexuality and transsexuality, and how it's like a crude imitation of other things, but it's almost like a sin to believe that instead of what it really is, it's not another thing. Like for example, like trans people, right? Like if even though a trans woman is always going to be a man, if you call them a man, like you're gonna lose your job, you're gonna be ousted by society, you're gonna be treated as if like you literally committed the sin that they treat it like, right? So I was kind of like thinking like how different parts of society are sort of replaced in this like new covenant-ish thing of like instead of things that are good, it's like evil things packaged in good. You know what I mean? It's like under the guise of being accepting and treating everybody the way they want to be treated, quote unquote. You are actually like enabling people in their worst desires, and what's it called? I don't know, and I don't know. It's that's not really a thought that's going anywhere.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Tim Gordon has a very, very bad like outlook on AA and NA, and how he treats it like a humiliation ritual, and how it's too like open for interpretation to be true. Like, what's it called? To be like a fuck. What am I trying to think of?
Like a true ideology?
Like Catholicism, he was trying to say Catholicism doesn't mesh with that kind of outlook. He's saying that if a Catholic is trying to quit using drugs, they should turn to either more Catholic methods or more scientific methods. No, like in between,
Well,
because his point was that like in the esoterica is where people get lost, because people will try to fool you in thinking that you can interpret things your own. And obviously, I don't believe this, but this was just his outlook. In that, like with things like Wiccan things, right? Like like spells and stuff like that. It seems so ridiculous, and it seems like it's something that's so simple that like if you say I wish I cast a spell on John to get his dick sucked right now, right? Like that sounds so ridiculous, but there is an aspect of evil behind it, and like you're trying to sort of, it's like the sin of pride. You're trying to, in that sense, a part of you is starting to believe that you can really do these things, that you can manifest these things, and that's when like slowly you start to commune more with sin and like demons and that kind of thing. And
that's interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
And yeah, I mean, I've never heard that argument get made before. I mean, I've heard plenty of people say, like, it's a cult, but it's always been, like, addicts who say it's a cult, so it's, like, obviously they have an ulterior motive for why they would believe that it's not really,
Well, so do you know the history of AA? Not NA, but do you know the history of AA?
uh,
So, like, when Bill W. started AA, which was the first 12-step program back in the 1930s, there was only one cure for alcoholism, and that was religion. So when he first founded AA and he got clean, people kept asking him, "Did you find religion? Did you find religion?" And he's like, "No, but I found these 12 steps." And so what he kind of did is he took a lot of the values of religion, which is like humility, surrender, like belief in a higher power, like he took those main pillars and turned it into the program. So I would say that in a lot of ways, NA and AA are offshoots of Christianity. But the only difference being it allows for your own interpretation of a higher power or God.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing: you can be Catholic and also be in NA or AA. You could be Protestant and also be there. So the idea was to be as all-encompassing as possible. In fact, in the original 12 steps, it didn't say a God of our understanding. It just said God. And one of the original people in the first 7 or 8 people in the group objected to that because he was
they wanted him to clarify that it's God. Yeah, I understand that, and I don't personally believe that either. But it was just an interesting viewpoint on it. Like, I haven't heard that particular case be made before. Or yeah, I haven't heard anyone say that, I guess is my point. But,
yeah, but I mean, it's really interesting. It just requires, I think, what they've rediscovered is the values of Christianity.
In a way that's condensable. It's like Protestantism, but condensable for the average fucking idiot.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Because let's be honest, there's a lot of cope that, like, very intelligent people always become addicts because they can't stand their own intellect. But there are also a lot of dummies who just, like, don't know why it's not a good idea to do heroin all the time, and then they just get addicted without even really realizing it. Oh, and speaking of dummies, have you ever, like, talked with someone who is incapable of understanding, like, when you're not being literal? Like, I was like, I picked up this one girl, and I was like talking about how many energy drinks I drink every day, and she was like, "Wow, that's so much. I bet your heart health isn't good." And I was like, "Yeah, but I'm considering switching to a healthier alternative. I was thinking about doing cocaine." And she was like, "What? Why would you ever do cocaine? Don't you know that's so bad for you?" And I was like, Yeah, I like wasn't being serious. And then she was like, "Oh, why would you say that?" And I was like, "I fucking don't know. I don't know why I would say that." Because I didn't want to, like...
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but sarcasm is related to intelligence, just like you said. I mean, the less intelligent people just cannot pick up on sarcasm.
Yeah, I know, but it's like...
It's a gauge.
I know, it's just I've literally never met anybody who would think that I would be so open and so literal in that kind of setting. It's just like, I would understand if I was like saying like, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea. No, let's actually do that. No, I'm already actually doing that," or something like that. And like, I could understand if somebody was like a little confused or whatever, but it's just like, it's so ridiculous. Like, she seriously thought I was like confessing to doing cocaine as I'm fucking driving her. But... I'm really, it's like, I'm developing a lot of empathy for stupid people, though, because the world must be so scary for them.
I was gonna say, you should say, "Hold on, I gotta pull over and do a line."
Yeah, except the real addict wouldn't even pull over. He'd time it out perfectly so that he would do a line literally the second before he picks up his patient, and then the second he drops her off. He does it as quickly as possible so that he can get back to getting high. Even though he's just getting high to get through the workday, but he's really getting high to get through the workday so he can go home and get high.
Exactly. I was going to say, do you have a list today?
Yeah, I'm powerless over my grief and anguish because I am now once again searching for a girlfriend, free boy. And what else? Let me think. Oh my god. Fucking... Do cows just not drop beef in this game? Like, what the fuck? I'm playing, like, a really old version of Minecraft, and I'm, like, legitimately getting so angry. Okay, powerless. I am powerless over um, my anguish related to not having a boyfriend anymore. I'm powerless over I had like a mouse pad of Hatsune Miku with like big breasts, and my fucking mom came in and like cut it. And like she cut the breast part off, which is like kind of, I understand, but it's such a disrespect for my property. It's like, you know, I did buy that. I know you fucking hate it, but I did actually pay money for that thing. So you could at least just put it in my room or tell me. You know, I'm not like forcing it on the entire world. It's tucked away behind my computer and not exactly like, you know, out in the fucking living room. But, you know, whatever. I get it. Yeah, go ahead.
What's ironic about that is she doesn't want you to be openly gay. That's a pretty darn straight thing to have. Like, a lot of straight guys have that mouse pad.
Yeah, obviously, but also the reason I'm so desensitized to, like, something so hypersexual is because, like, I have no attraction to women. And obviously, if I did have attraction to women, I would be a little more discreet about it because it would be something, like, that I understand the gravity of because I would be attracted to it.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Alright, sorry, go ahead, continue.
Okay, what else? I guess that's it. And then
okay, what about gratitude?
I'm grateful that I what am I grateful for? I guess not really much I'm grateful for. I mean, I guess I'm grateful that I didn't crash out even harder over what happened. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. Yes. That's a good one.
And I am also grateful that didn't cut myself either. That's one thing. I might change my mind on that later.
That's really good.
For right now, I have not cut myself.
That's good.
Alright, I guess just not a lot of gratitude today. Crazy thoughts, obviously, relapse, suicide. I guess bed rotting. I mean, I didn't even really have that thought in my head, but when you said it, it did momentarily. But yeah, you know, just honestly not a lot. Oh, and I guess the other thing I'm grateful for is that I'm not stupid. I'm not a fucking dummy. Because if I was, that would be very, very hard for me.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's difficult, and I'm sure you might find this too, is when you're so intelligent, sometimes it causes more issues with drugs because you just get so sick of dealing with stupid people in everyday life, and sometimes harder to relate to people.
Yeah, that's true.
And you kind of also can get depressed because you truly understand the world and you realize, like, a lot of things other people don't realize because they're just ignorant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get to work, but I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, good talk. I will talk to you tomorrow.
All right, glad to hear you're doing well, man. I really mean it. You made a lot of progress, and I hope you realize that.
I probably never will, but objectively I can recognize the fact that I have indeed made a lot of progress. So thank you for agreeing with me on that.
All right, man. I will talk to you later.
All right, bye. Be like, oh, son, won't you come? Won't you come to me? Right. Two pickaxes should probably be enough. Alright, one pickaxe should probably be enough. To kind of help us like gauge out how many pph we're gonna use. It stands for pickaxes per hour. Let's go. Let's fucking go, guys. Diamonds. Yes. Oh, duh. Oh. Rate the outfit for today, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna kill myself. Yep, I'm thinking it's a great day to blow my fucking head off. Okay. That's just great. Alright. MLG Mo. Fuck. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, this game just seems very tedious. Overall, not a big fan. Bye.